Sensation back at ya. Another marketplace run. Getting backed out of the driveway now. And then I'll show you how far we're running today. Oof. Backed into the damn burn pile. Not all the way. Oh. I cleaned my boot scooting Yukon up a little bit. Just got back from Charleston, South Carolina. It was a good trip. Got to go up there and see my son in the Air Force and visit Patriot's Point. Really good places to visit there, downtown Charleston. Always good if you want a U.S. history lesson on the American Revolution and the American Civil War. So definitely a good historic city for that. Charleston, certainly important part of our history, and visiting the USS Laffey and the USS Yorktown was a really fun experience. So if you're into history, I recommend checking out Charleston if you haven't been there. Back to the screwery going on here. This guy's got about 3 stars on Marketplace, so my trust level for him is at about 50%, right? We're going after an i3 10th gen, I believe, GTX 1660 Super. I don't know if there was 8 gigs of RAM, 16 or 32. I didn't even pay attention, but it's in a case with a power supply for $125. I figured we would use it for computer number 2 on the Find It, Fix It, and Flip It series since we sold the first computer. We paid $150 for the first computer, and we sold it for $350, leaving us a profit of $200. So of the $200 profit, we are using $125 of that to buy our second PC on the Find It, Fix It, or Flip It. And I go over those numbers with you so I have proof of what I'm paying and what I've spent. And that's the only way to do it. I had another PC I had bought for $100 to use for it, but I made a scam video on that one because nothing worked. So we're not using that one in it. We're going to use this one. So the other one don't count. That $100 was out of my pocket because I had technically not sold the first PC and to Find It, Fix It, or Flip It. I know, that's burn logic though. But we might get scammed again today. I'm not sure. Were we buying a working unit or a non-working unit? Who knows, right? You never really know until you get them back and plug it in. I am going to look for obvious signs like I didn't before, that, you know, something was thrown together out of a bunch of mismatched parts because they're all bad, right? I mean, we've seen that, and it does happen. Younger guy for sure, but he has sold quite a bit of stuff on Marketplace, so I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with my gut on it. I mean, I won't buy it if it don't look like a good deal. So that's how we're gonna play it today, but this is gonna be episode 2 of Find It, Fix It, and Flip It. All right, here's our Marketplace find for the day right here. And I'll go over it more after I get everything blown out real good. Because my air compressor's leaking like crazy, and I think the piston's bad on it again, so this has dog hair on it. We're going to go ahead and get it blown off real quick. Alright, we blew this thing off really quick because we didn't have much air pressure. So I got DDR3 RAM with it, and I think I got some Corsair RAM that matches this, so that's pretty cool. This is 1866 DDR3, but that's a DDR4 system, and it didn't have no RAM in it, so it wouldn't light up, but it does power on. 1660 Super right there for a graphics card. We have a 10th gen i3 in it. I have some memory for it, so we'll have to see what's in it when we light it up, right? LSP Ultra 550 watt power supply right there. So there it is. Graphics card will need to be plugged in. There's no screws in it. It's just sitting in there. Everything else is plugged in, except I don't know why they didn't use the 8-pin on the CPU power, other than the fact that it don't look like it'll reach. But I think we can redo that and make it work, right? We'll just have to redo some stuff. It was a budget build when he bought it. I don't know what happened to the memory out of it. I think he told me he used some of the parts that had a 2060 in it he used in his new build, and he used the memory in his new build, he said. He said this is just, he bought this as his original budget PC, and then he upgraded from there with a different case and stuff. So this is what we got left over: 512 gig Patriot SSD, 1660, a 10th gen i3 processor, and a 550 watt power supply. We don't have any memory in it, but he did give me a DDR3 module that he had laying around, which is cool because I got some that coincidentally matches that stick. But we're going to throw some memory in it on our test area inside, and we're going to see if we can get this thing fired up. That's what we do at SimStation. This is Find It, Fix It, or Flip It, episode number 2. So let's get this, let's hope this thing works and we get it fired up, and maybe do a little bench testing on it before we give it some, I don't know, SimStation attention, and get it cleaned up and all the wires and everything straightened out. It don't look too bad as it's sitting right now, to be honest with you. Alright, I put a couple screws in that graphics card to hold it, and I put a couple of sticks of memory in it. I think it's got 16 gigs in it now. So hopefully that memory's good. If not, I brought a few more sticks with me to test on. We'll figure something out. I'm going to get it set up here. I don't know what kind of... We got an 8-pin on that. I don't know what is going on here. It looks like it's got an adapter on it. And maybe it's because they ran the 2060 in it and it had a couple of 8-pins possibly. I don't know. I'm going to undo it because I know that for a 1660 Super we only need the 8-pin. We don't need all the pins, right? So let's get the bread time madness going on, and that's exactly what it was. They had a 1 to 2 because that 550 is probably... Oh no, this 550's only got 2 8-pins that don't even have, or 2 6-pins that don't even have an 8-pin on it. So we'll need we just need 6 to 1 8-pin. We don't need 2 of them. That's too much power anyway. Off of one side of it is my thought behind it. So we'll get it hooked up right here. Give it a fighting chance of working anyway. Everything else I see, I'm gonna check the power connections real quick. But everything else looks pretty darn good here, so I don't see a problem with it. We don't want that to hit the fan for testing. We still need to take a look to see if we can fit that 8-pin over there. You know, run it up behind over on this side, but I'll pull the back panel off and check that after we test to make sure it works. So I think we're all set up. We just got to flip it up. Get our, that'll give you a chance to see the front side of the panel, right? The front side of the case. These are removable easily. Just pop those out like that. And it releases them. And you can push it back in the same way. I'm going to get the power cord hooked up to it. And I'm going to get our monitor and stuff hooked up. And we're going to go ahead and start testing on it to see what we got. He said that there's stuff on the hard drive. So I did tell him that I would securely erase that drive. That way his data is off there. Plus, I don't want nobody's data on there anyway. You don't know what people are into on these things, so you definitely don't want their data on it. That's just a warning for you. So the first thing I'll do is wipe this. Not a bad looking case, really. Probably an Ultra case if I had to guess. Cheap case, you know what I mean, but nonetheless not not terrible, especially for a budget build, guys and gals. That's what budget builds are. Cases like this, and in this case we got a 10th gen Intel, so we know that we can natively run Windows 11 on it, so we don't have to deal with all Microsoft's or some of the anti-cheats garbage. I'm picking on Vanguard here a little bit. We'll call it garbage, because if you have a Windows 11 on an unsupported system, they'll give you secure boot errors and everything else. So, and I think I heard EA's doing the same thing now. So we are not fully powered up yet, and we need a keyboard and mouse for this thing. All right, you're looking at the blank screen, and so am I, because we haven't fired it up, but that's what we're gonna do right now. And we're hoping to see something on that screen. That's the idea behind this. Power button lit up, we got fans turning. Are we gonna post? I don't see the keyboard lit up yet, but it's gonna, we posted. All right, we did it. Big thumbs up. I hit the delete key, but I didn't get into the BIOS, so maybe I didn't hold my tongue right or hit it fast enough. Is our keyboard working? Yes, it is. So Windows 10, it looks like, is the operating system of choice. Yeah, we don't need to see that name there. I'm gonna shut it back off and see if I can get into the BIOS. That would be my hope anyway, because I don't want to show you his information. It lit right up, so it's working. We're gonna need, we may need some more memory in it. That's a lower end board, so it's only got a couple of memory slots, so we'll need to get, I believe we got 2 8s in it now for 16, so we'll probably need to get 2 16s to put in it, honestly. We'll see though. That we may leave it at 16 gigs of RAM and just flip it like this. But we got a posting unit for $125, boys and girls. There we go. We are in the BIOS, so CPU frequency is 4091, so 4100 megahertz. There's the memory frequency. What's our sizes here? We got 2 8 gig modules, Team Group 8 gig, 2400 megahertz. We have an Intel i3-101, so 10100F, 10100F. And it base frequency is 3.6 gigahertz. So temperatures look great, by the way. We got a Patriot 512 gig hard drive. We're turning about 840 RPMs on the CPU fan. We are gonna, XMP is disabled, so why don't we fix that? No, we don't need that. So can we select it this way? Okay, we'll go profile 1, and I guess we'll F10 and reset it. And then we'll try to get it to post and get back in the BIOS again. And we're just gonna see if it'll take DDR3 3000. That makes a difference on these systems if the XMP profiles work, because it'll pick up the pace, but it might not work, so I don't know what'll work on the i3 or not. We're not posting now, so we'll probably have to reset it again. Which is fine, right? We're gonna try to load Windows 11 25H2 on our little budget build here. Find it, flip it. No, missed part. Find it, fix it, flip it. Episode number 2 right here. This is the second one I've done. That's right. We're gonna get it ready today too, and listed today, because that's what we do. So here's your Windows 11 install. We're going to install it. agree, I guess. I don't know. I did create this with Rufus. We're going to try to bypass the... we're going to try to bypass those restrictions, right? The sign-in, you know, where you got to create an account now and all that stuff. I'm going Windows 11 Pro. So we'll go next on this. You got to accept this crap, which is really bullshit. Microsoft putting us through the paces. We're going to delete everything on this hard drive because, guys and gals, it's not mine. The way I'm going to do that is take a look at your partition 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's all disk 0. So everything on disk 0 is going to be our main hard drive on this. We are going to delete those partitions. Just go through and delete them. I don't know why there's so many different partitions on here, but we will delete those because I want nothing left on that drive. So now you see we got 476.9 gigabytes free. That one down there, disk 1, see this is disk 0, which is the main hard drive. Disk 1 is going to be your USB. Do not delete that. So we're going to click next there, and that's going to give us the install on this thing. Hopefully. Hopefully it's going to give us the install. We want to install Windows 11 Pro, keep nothing. So let's click the install button here. And you see in the top left-hand corner up there, 6%. So we're working on the install. All right, so this is with the latest Rufus. We're going to look at exactly how the setup is after the install. So the first thing, make sure you don't have any Ethernet or Wi-Fi hooked to your machine. If you have Wi-Fi, just don't sign into it. That's all you got to do. Let's click next. United States for me. You click wherever you're at. Same with the keyboard, whatever your keyboard is. Skip a second layout. Let's connect right here. Let's connect you to a network. I don't have internet. That's all I'm going to tell it. Who's going to use this device? We always come up with clever names, right? Gamer hasn't been my most clever one. Let's put winner on this one. What do you think? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. No password. We don't need that where we're headed. Plus, you don't want them to sign into a password. Look at that, Rufus. You know, I had just seen someone's video the other day that said you can't do this without creating an account. Well, if you do it vanilla and you just download the ISO from Microsoft and put it on a USB to install it, you are definitely going to have to create an account. But if you use Rufus to create this, you don't have to do that. So that's nice. I'm going to go ahead and plug our Wi-Fi in now because we're past the account creation bullshit. Pardon my language, and we can move on. And what do you think of our score, though? $125 for this little beat. Well, I have to say this thing is not half bad. Not for $125 anyway. We went 917 on the CPU, 267 on the GPU, 264 on the memory, and 85 on our hard drive. That'll put us probably in the 62% range, maybe. We'll see. 60%. Man, I'm getting it close. Says the power consumption might be below expected range, but a little stutter. It's still pretty solid for a $125 score today. We can double up on this one, guys and gals. I'm not real concerned about that. It is a $250 to $300 PC all day long. So that'll be a nice pickup for profit for our find it, fix it, and flip it episode number 2 right here. So this is what I did. We made $200 profit on the first episode, and I took $125 of that and bought this one today. So if we make $250 on it, it's all profit, and we got $75 left over. That'll put us at $325 profit after this one is sold, but I'm gonna ask $300 for it. If we can get that, then that's just an extra $50, and that'll put us over $400 on our goal to building the ultimate gaming PC. We'll call it that, but that's not really what it's going to be, but it'll be a high-end gaming PC. We'll just go for that. So it'd be nice to be over $400 profit on a couple of these. We're gonna find out if that plays true on this one, and then we'll find after this one's sold, I'm gonna try to tidy this thing up today or tomorrow. I'm gonna add another fan to the back. I'm going to change a little of the cable management to try to clean it up just a tad bit more, and that's gonna do it. We're gonna flip it after that. I'm gonna list it and flip it, but I'm happy with how it come out. I really am. I have you guys on the tripod, give you a little better look of it. You can see the front of it right there now. Flip over to the side. Not a lot of lighting in this room, so that kind of sucks, but you've seen the whole thing. There's all the memory I didn't try in it. We got all that back there. We did have an I/O shield, so there's the back of it. The 550 watt power supply is plenty for running an i3 with a 1660 Super 6 gig graphics card. So all in all, not a bad build there. That's gonna do it though. This has been a really fun video. Another SimStation loves this thing. I'm gonna keep track through the videos like I told you. We know we got $75 left after we bought this one today. So any profit on top of this is ours to keep, right? So anything we sell this for is profit. That's the nice part about it. So let's see what we get up to, and let's see how long it takes us to build a high-end PC. Maybe we'll do some trading on some of this stuff. Maybe the next buy we'll get 2 instead of 1, right? Maybe we'll find 2. So that's it. Like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more of these. I'm going to do a play-as-you-go on them. So I'm going to edit these and upload them, and we're going to play as we go, because it took a month to sell the last one, and I don't want to wait 12 months on the video, so I'm just going to start dropping them. But that's it. We'll catch you on the next SimStation production. Thank you.